Hi guys, it's me. Thanks for watching and welcome back. So I wanted to do a video for you guys as usual, and today I wanted to do a video for you based on products that I own that I do not like. So I already did one before and I don't honestly remember all of the products that were in there, so if I do repeat any, I do apologize in advance. But I do want to thank you all for subscribing and watching and liking my videos that I am posting out and presenting to you with all the different types of content and products that I'm purchasing as of lately. So thanks for subscribing and liking as always. And of course, you guys know I love your support. And keep the comments coming and keep the likes coming as well. As you can see, I'm just kind of casual today. I didn't really give a crap about what I would look like and what I wore today since I just got home from work not too long ago. I really just wanted to make this quick video because this weekend I am going to be going snowboarding. Yay! So it's the last weekend, so I'm doing laundry and I have to pack because we will be leaving later tomorrow, Friday, the 23rd of March, and our local snowboard mountain is about 4 hours away, so it is a drive, and we're just going to be riding Saturday and Sunday and coming back Sunday. So just my girlfriend and I, and then her daughter, so we will have tons of fun, and I haven't seen her in a year, so we don't even live that far away from each other. Honestly, we're about maybe 30-40 minutes from each other, if that. Just scheduling and timing and all that fun stuff, kids and all. So we're gonna go out, have fun this weekend, can't wait. And I also just wanted to say, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, and those of you who are not new, thanks for coming back. And for anybody who is not a fan of me, not a fan of any of my videos or my content, sorry, not sorry, but this is just who I am. I'm doing this for fun as a hobby, and that's really it. Who knows where this could go, as many MUAs, although I'm not aiming to be an MUA. I really want to do more skincare, which I know I keep saying skincare is coming, but don't worry, it will. Maybe Sunday I'll be able to show you guys some of the skincare products that I'm currently using and some of the new skincare products that I will be using once some of these other products have been completely used up. I don't like to, well, I do mix and match, so it doesn't really matter if you're not using all of one type of brand of skincare compared to mixing it with multiple brands. So it doesn't really matter. Find the products that work best for you, and I do have videos coming probably sometime late next week or sometime next week on the different skin types and some of the best products. It's going to be hard for me to really nail down and scope down to specific type of products for your skin type because it really depends on your budget. I will try and write down some because I'm not going to know everything off the top of my head, and prices obviously change from time to time, whether you're going directly to the manufacturer or the brand's website, to other websites such as SocoGlam.com, PeachAndLily.com, YesStyle.com. All of these are Korean beauty websites that I do visit on a frequent basis, I guess you could say. So keep that in mind and always do your research. If you have any questions, definitely drop them below once I do my skincare videos. And if you have questions, I'm going to be doing skincare videos for oily type, normal, combination, dry, sensitive, and aging. So keep a lookout for all 6 of those videos because they're going to be all separate. It would just take way too long for me to go into finer detail on every single one of those skin types. So without further ado and waiting, again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Like all of my videos, that helps me a lot to know exactly whether you like it, you don't, and where to go from there. I have lots of ideas for future videos, so today's video is, like I said in the beginning briefly, these are going to be products that I own, so it's going to be kind of like an anti-haul, but not really, because I don't really watch a lot of those anti-hauls, so I don't really know if you have to have the product and own it in order to say this is a true anti-haul, or whether or not you could say, you know, I saw this product online and it was on such and such a website and I don't like it because of the reviews that I saw that people were, you know, commenting, and they didn't like it because of XYZ reasons. And these are products that I actually own, have tried out, have used, and do not like them, and I will tell you why. So this video is going to be a bit lengthy, so if you don't have time to watch it right now, please save this for a later time when you do have some binge watching time. I know I noticed some of you guys said that you're binge watching on a lot of videos. I have completely updated, or rather uploaded, all of my old videos from my Soko Beauty Blogs old YouTube channel, which is now shut down and closed, to my Vlogging with Me account now. So hopefully you guys are enjoying those older videos. You'll be able to tell they're older because my hair is darker. As you can see, I have done my hair. It's a little bit purple. Not sure if you can tell up top. It's a little violet. But otherwise, there's some highlights in here, as well as mostly kept the same color. We did not re-bleach it. We only bleached my roots. So if any of you guys are into hair, let me know. I can recommend maybe some products that I use and some of the shampoo and conditioners I use and what I do to keep my hair completely healthy. And that's really it. So let's go ahead and get right on into some of these products. Now I'm separating all of these products, so different type of products I'm going to be talking about are palettes and eyeshadow palettes that I do not like, and I'll tell you why. We also have some concealers, as well as some eye creams and eyeliners that I have that I do not like, highlighters as well, contouring sticks and palette-ish things, as well as some cleansers for your brushes. Now I didn't bring any brushes in, but I will tell you my favorite brushes, because I'm sure you guys already know, but we'll get into all of that in just a bit. So let me take a drink of water. I am a tad bit parched. After you talk for so long, you do get dry. So one of the first one, and these are not in any particular order either, guys, so bear with me. Now, as you guys know, I did recently upload a BoxyCharm for March, and I did try out the palette, and I'm sure if you guys watched it, you will know exactly which palette I'm talking about because it only had one in it. Now, this was the BoxyCharm in Pure palette that I did try out. Now, it is cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, and vegan-friendly. It's a 12-piece eyeshadow. So I'll show you the eyeshadow. And it does have a little mirror, and those are your shades that came with this palette. And with that said, I didn't try all of the shades, but most of the shades I did try were, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I used about 9 out of 12 shades. So I used this whole entire top row, I used this whole entire second row, and I tried this blue down here. They were not as pigmented as I thought they would be on my lids, and I also noticed that you definitely were with some of these colors, and I'll show you. So for Charmer and Alliance, which this is Charmer and this one is Alliance, you definitely need a setting spray in order for them to kind of take hold on the brush and the bristles themselves and put it on your lid. Not a big deal, but just wasn't a huge fan of the colors because they just didn't show up that well on my skin tone. The top row, even though I used this as tried to use this shade as a transition color, and I tried to kind of mix these in together, these three together, even tried to add in some of this pink as well. It just didn't work well. I tried the blue. I was wearing blue over the weekend, and I only used a very, very little bit, and you could barely see it. I'm sure if I really dipped into it or used a setting spray, and I used an eye primer as always, it might have worked better. I did not use all of these colors. I didn't use BFF, Boxy Black, or Duet, which this is the Boxy Black, this is Duet, and this is BFF. Did not use those colors. I can always do a follow-up video for you guys if you would like, But this is one palette that I was not a fan of, probably will never touch or use again. So that is one palette, and then I will set this aside. The next palette that I will open as well and show you the colors that I wasn't a huge fan of. And I know I did get a comment of somebody who would like to purchase this, so it's a possibility. But this is the first Morphe palette that I did not like, which was the 15D Day Slayer. I did do a video on this. I did do live swatches on this as well. If you haven't seen it, please go ahead and watch it. That way you can see what the colors look like in the event that you are interested in purchasing this for yourself, to make sure that you can see whether or not these shades may or may not work for your skin tone as well. Now this is the Day Slayer, so it is the day palette. They also have a 15N, which is the night palette. I do like the fact that BoxyCharm, that Morphe does securely put in place they really do a great job of securing their palettes. It comes in a bubble wrap, and this is what the palette looks like itself. You don't have to see my face every time. Now these are 15 different shades. That's why it's called 15D. And you can see that I did swatch these. I did use this once. It does have a nice mirror, but I did swatch this as well and use them. And it was just too orangey. It felt like Halloween. Some of these I have not used fully. I mean, I did like the color. I did like about maybe 2 to 4 colors, which was Bronze Beauty, and I'll show you these colors in a minute. Bronze Beauty, Glow was okay. Highlight, Blend, and Just Eyes were nice. Spark was also nice. So this one is Spark. You guys can see it. It's kind of a bronzy color. And then this is Bronzed Beauty down at the end. We also have Glow, which is right here. It's very orangey. And we also have Highlight over here. And Blend. I really liked this color. It's really pretty. Kind of like a pinkish color, coral, deep kind of red, burgundy color. And Just Eyes is very dark, but you can still make a great smoky eye with this. I just felt that this palette was too brown for me, and I don't wear a ton of brown shades at all. I will use browns, even a light brown tone color for a transition, or just even as a base color or tone. I do use some of the browns, and mostly the light to almost medium browns, just to fake a crease. I use other colors to fake my crease as well. But again, whoopsie, here are your shades up close. It didn't do anything for me. I wasn't a fan. It just didn't really, like I said, it did nothing for me. I was not into this palette whatsoever. So I do need to clean it up, because I have not cleaned it up since I did my 15D review on this. So I was not a fan of that. So we'll go ahead and put this guy away as well. Another palette that I was a little shocked that, not really shocked, I kind of had a feeling that I wouldn't like this palette either, but this is from one of my favorite brands, Too Faced, and some of you guys might know which one it is, but it's the Too Faced I Want Candy. I think this was great packaging, wonderful job Too Faced on the packaging, and on the back they look like chocolates, which is very cute because of Candy Johnson, who did their collab. This was from 2017. There is no mirror in here, but it does have a very nice thick cover sheet for it as well, which I thought was very nice. Too Faced I Want Candy right on the front. I'll show it to you again in case you guys missed it. And I do like that it's very thick, protective for all of the shades. Now, you will see these shades. I'll show them to you. If you did not watch my video for this as a swatch, please feel free to go ahead and take a look at that as well. It is uploaded on my channel from my old SoCo Beauty Blogs YouTube account. Now, I just felt that these colors were too light. Now, there are some shades. It's possible I might use some of these shades, but for the most part, they were way too light for my skin tone. You could barely see any of the colors, and I will discuss which colors I'm talking about. So, Sparkling Cider, you could not really see which is the first color. This second color is called Pastry. Maybe these colors are on the back. Yeah, they are. The second color is called Pastry. And it worked great for faking a crease, but that's really the only thing I could use it for. I couldn't really, it's possible I might be able to use it as a transition, but I did not. I only used it to try and fake a crease. This Sugared Strawberry, couldn't even see it hardly on my lids at all. And I dipped pretty good into it as much as possible, even though you could tell like it looked like I didn't even use it. Used a setting spray, still really was very, very light pink for my skin tone. And I'm not very dark at all. I'm olive, medium, beige color, I probably would call my skin tone. This Cream Puff was a waste of time. Didn't even see it on my skin. Again, you could use it as a base, or you could use it maybe as a transition if you are lighter skin tone than I am. The Sugar Plum I did like, that did show up. Again, I had to use a setting spray in order for it to show up. Does not show up dry on my brushes. My sleeve is coming down, sorry. The Raspberry Cocoa was okay. Just wasn't a fan of the color overall. Just was a little bit too dark. I mean, it might have worked. It can work lightly as a crease to fake my crease since I have monolids, just to go around into faking my crease and down into the corner of my eye and even into my waterline. Wasn't a fan of this butterscotch color. This color over here, which is Sweet Toffee, love the color. Again, had to use a setting spray for it. I didn't have to, but I felt I got more pigmentation out of the color by using a setting spray. Frosted Pink, couldn't even tell it was on my lid, even with a setting spray. Hot Chocolate, it was just way too dark for what I like as far as a brown. Taupe Berry, not a fan. Licorice Rope, I don't use that many blacks or black mattes unless I'm doing a smoky eyed look. Now these bottom three colors, Banana Cream Pie, Ice Cream, and Whipped Cream, Banana Cream Pie, Ice Cream, and Whipped Cream, are great colors for a transition or maybe even using as just a slight base. But overall, there literally was maybe three or four colors I would use out of 15. I think that's right. Yeah, 15 shades. So it just was not worth the money. I honestly do not remember how much I paid for it. You can no longer purchase this on Too Faced's website. You can, however, still purchase this on Ulta. Do not believe, but I could be very, very, very wrong, so correct me. On Sephora's website, it's possible you might be able to buy it on there. I'm sure Candy Johnson does have her own website. It's possible she may have these on her website too, but again, I'm not sure if she does sell any collab products or palettes on her website, as I have never visited her website. I didn't really know, so apologies if you're a huge fan of Candy Johnson. I've never really watched any of her videos. I think she is a beautiful woman, but for me personally, just never really watched her YouTube videos or anything like that. I know what she looks like, and I'll show a picture right over here probably, or maybe over here. Just so you guys know exactly who I am speaking of in the event you do not know who she is either. So I would recommend this only if you have lighter skin tone than I do, and you do like these colors I have just shown you. The colors are also right here on the back, but it doesn't really, in my opinion, show the colors as well as looking at the palette directly. So go ahead again, put that one down. Here's another one that I did upload from my old Soko Beauty Blogs account, and I did not swatch all of these colors, but was not a fan whatsoever and will never ever touch this palette. So I would be willing to sell this if anybody is interested and sanitize this 100%, as I did not touch all of these colors. There was probably maybe 10 colors, maybe a little bit more than that, that I did end up swatching. It is uploaded to my Vlogging with Me account, so take a look at this palette if you have not seen it already on my skin tone. There are a lot of different videos and looks that look amazing, but for me personally, these are way too bright, not very pigmented to me personally. Again, these are all just my own opinions. You do not have to listen to me, you don't have to believe me. You could try them out, buy them yourself, and try them on you and your skin tone, since we all have different skin tones and skin types, so it just didn't work for me. So this is the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. These have 35, I'll tell you exactly, 35 color pressed pigment palettes. So you do get 35 color pressed pigment palettes, a rainbow of super pigmented, buildable, blendable mattes, satins, and shimmers. But they didn't work well for me, was not a fan. It does have a very small mirror inside. And here are your colors up close and personal. I like the shade range that they have here, and also having some of these other, I mean, they don't name the colors, but having these as like your base, your transition, or doing a smoky, but with the different pinks, the reds, the orange, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the purples, and kind of tealish colors, turquoise. These just absolutely did nothing for me. They would barely show up on my skin. I had to swatch multiple times, probably about 4 to 6 times, in order to even get the color to show on my skin. Again, take a look at that video if you have not already. I know a bunch of you have made comments on that video that I have uploaded, so thank you. It just did not work for me. You will be able to tell if I show this for a few seconds here which colors I have not touched and which colors I have touched. You might need to pause this video and take a closer peek. I did touch, let's see, I'm going to try and count. Let's see, I touched 1, maybe 12 out of 35 colors, 12, 15. So 15 out of 35 colors that I did attempt to use, because I did use all 3 of these as well. So it's not too bad. So there's 20 colors I did not touch at all. There is no sheet. I know I need to clean this up because it is messy, but there is no clear plastic cover. But these are pretty deep into the pan, so just didn't work for me. Not a fan of it. I did win this off of Twitter, so I do appreciate the individual who picked me as a winner, but unfortunately I will never use this palette, and I just was not a fan of it. The mattes do not show up on my skin, and it took forever for me to even try and look at some of these colors. And obviously it can change. I never use this palette on my actual lids, but looking at what the swatches did for me, I didn't even want to try and put these on my lids because they did stain my fingers on some of the brighter and darker colors, like the reds, the oranges, the blues and greens, and the purples. So wasn't exactly a fan of this. This probably will be tossed eventually. Now the next palette, let me see which ones I want to do. The next palette, I got 4 more, and then I also have a glitter shadow. So the next palette I am going to talk to you guys about, we might as well just go from the top here. So let's talk about Hey Hush and Bad Habit. This is the Retro Love. And I did upload this video as well with live swatches, and this is 14 different shades. I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong because I am wrong often, that this should be the dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I'll show you what the palette looks like. There is a lot of fallout I find with some of the, or most of the Bad Habit palette. So this is what it looks like. Very pretty packaging on the outside, don't get me wrong. It does have a mirror and it does have a plastic sheet as well. So this is what the mirror looks like, and this is what your shades look like. So for me, I only swatched this. I think I used it once, or I tried to use it once. Just did not work for me and my skin tone and what I'm looking for in a color. The only ones that I really liked, which if you watch my video of Retro Love, you'll know which colors I liked, because off the top of my head I don't remember. I know Psychedelic looks like a white, but it actually is a pink, which is this color. This color wasn't too bad. All of these colors have a shit ton of fallout, I will tell you that right now. I would never use any of these darker colors, so like any of these colors, nope, not a fan. Wasn't a fan of these three either. I did like this color. I liked Flower Power. Peace was okay. Revolution, if you look close, it is more of a, I don't know if you would say shimmer, more of a glitter to me. But the rest of these are mostly mattes. Some of these have some shimmer into them. Most of these colors were so muddy on my skin when I did a swatch. Was not impressed whatsoever, but I don't know if this is in comparison or is the true dupe for Anastasia's Subculture. But if you were looking to buy this, in my opinion, I would never recommend anybody to buy this palette, because I think it's a piece of shit. And then part of my language, but I just did not like it. Didn't think it. I mean, you get what you pay for, I think, and I won that as well on Twitter. But it just was crap for me and the colors that I liked. And you know, when I was on Twitter, I was, you know, I totally was retweeting absolutely every single giveaway that was out there, because you never know if you're going to win something. I know some people only will retweet and go for the giveaways that are things that they really, really want. Me, because I was so new, I started my Twitter account back in July of 2017, but I didn't actually use it until September of 2017. So I stopped using Twitter, no longer a Twitter user. You may see me on there. I will go ahead and accept friend requests and people to follow me, friend requests, followers, and I will follow back. But I did just swipe through again today manually to see who had unfollowed me, and I unfollowed those people as well. It wasn't that many. I did drop past the 7,000 range, which is fine because I'm not on there. I'm not doing any type of posting. I'm not doing any giveaways. I did finalize my last collaboration giveaway as well. There are no more giveaways that I am doing on Twitter at this time. There may be a time, maybe next year, let the dust settle, let the drama go away, and I may post again, might do giveaways on there again, but I'm not going to do that until probably January of 2019. So we'll see what happens between now and then. On to the next palette that I do not like, that I won again on Twitter. Now this is a ColourPop. Now I know a lot of you guys know how much I do enjoy ColourPop. They are very reasonable in price. Their packaging is adorable and very cutesy. And this is the Golden State of Mind. I know a lot of you guys have enjoyed this palette, and here are the colors on the back if you want to take a peek. And I just found, and I didn't even know, but this palette is actually all glitters, I guess you could say. I did try to use this. I have not, I actually don't even think I did a video on this, so I don't remember if I did. And if I did, no, I did. But here are your colors up close and personal. It does not have a mirror, but very cute packaging. I like the color scheme of the actual palette itself on the outside and the inside. As you can see, I did try to use this color and this color. Did not work very well at all. I did also touch this color. Sorry, got blurry there. This color as well. Everything else has been, actually, I'm starting to second guess myself that I didn't do a video on this. So I can do a video. These are great and beautiful colors, but again, they're straight glitter slash shimmers. Honestly, what's the difference? It's the same thing to me. But you can educate me in the comments below. I know what a duochrome is, don't worry. But overall, this palette is just too much shimmer. I would say you hands down have to use a setting spray for these to be used on your brush. You cannot use this dry. There's tons of fallout because I did. I tried it dry first and I found that that did not work. So then I ended up using, well actually I did not use a setting spray, but I know a setting spray would work way better for these colors. If you want to go like a transition and go light with a color in the corner of your eye and then go into any of these other colors, that might work and look really nice and really pretty. But that's really, honestly, there is no, I could probably say maybe use this white as a transition, but you might want to use, because it does have pink in it as well, pink glitter. So it's up to you how you want to use this palette. If you have it, you like it, you love it, you hate it, drop a comment. But I am not a fan of this because of the fact it is all glitters slash shimmers. So wasn't a fan of this. I did win this again on Twitter. So if you have any questions about this palette, let me know. But I have not really touched this since there was literally only 3. And the third color that I did touch, which was Heads of Tails, that color I only did a swatch for somebody because she thought that it looked really beautiful, and it is, and it swatches beautifully on your arm, but on your lid it's a totally different story. You definitely have to use a setting spray. So that one I wasn't too much of a fan. I love my glitters and shimmers, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't do anything for me. Especially I thought it might be a mixture of mattes and shimmers. Had I known that, I probably wouldn't have entered for that giveaway. The next one I have used once, and there's only been a few colors, and I do not believe I did a video for this. I can, if you want me to do a video for this specific palette, I'm going to tell you next. Let me know in the comments, and I will gladly do a video and a swatch for you. But this came from Hey Hush again with Face Candy, and this is Vice. This is a 9-color, and they are mostly purple shades. It's a 9-color eyeshadow collection. It does have the ingredients on the back as well as Face Candy's information, and it is cruelty-free as well. Beautiful packaging, I will tell you that. Face Candy and Hey Hush, they do a great job of collaborating with a lot of different types of companies and brands out there. And it does have a small mirror, which I will show you. And it does have Face Candy on there at the bottom. And it does have a small little clear plastic sheet, which is great because y'all know how much I like to keep my shades intact. Yeah, I never did do a swatch on this because I can tell just by looking at this. So you will be able to tell which colors I used, which there was 4 shades that I did attempt to use out of 9. So here are your colors. A lot of people said that this reminded them of one of Kylie Cosmetics palettes. So the shades that I used was, I did try Miami, which is this shade. I also tried Winter, which is this shade. And I also tried Kingpin, which is this one, and I also used this color as well, which is called Undercover. I just felt that these colors did not work well with my skin tone, as well as my skin type. It was very chalky-like, and they just did not go on my lids very well. Of course, I always use a primer. And I tried to dabble and do kind of like a transition to go with the light with the Miami and then go into like a little bit darker of a color here with the Kingpin. I did try and dab a little bit of this Undercover on as well. And separately on a different time, I did try and use Winter solely by itself. Just did not work. You can't use these colors. Well, the matte you can use dry on a dry brush, but any of the other colors such as Undercover and Winter, you definitely want to use a setting spray, which is Winter Undercover. So it's cute, very easy to travel with, and I think it could have been better if these colors were not so chalky-like, and that's really the best word I can explain and describe to you. I did on one of my old Instagram accounts, which is now deleted, make a post about how, did you guys want me to buy this? Did you want to see see some swatches in the shades? And if so, let me know. And a lot of people said yes. But you know what? I completely forgot to do a video on this of the swatches. So I will do a swatch after this video is done, just for you guys to see. So I will put this one to the side because I know I have to do a video on that for you guys. Now the other one is, I did win this as well. And this is an Urban Decay palette. It is the Naked Ultimate Basics, all matte, all naked. Now, y'all know how much I'm not a huge fan of straight matte palettes, but I want it on Twitter again. Now, on the back, it does say there are neutrals and then there's naked. Introducing the Ultimate Matte Shadow Palette. We loaded this sleek case with 12 new and exclusive perfectly calibrated neutrals with a huge range of matte shades plus one demi-matte shade that's perfect for highlighting. This insanely versatile kit has you covered. Create contoured looks, experiment with all matte looks, or pair these neutrals with your favorite bold Ulta Urban Decay shades. Our pigment infusion system lays down rich, velvety, blendable color that lasts, and the double-ended brush makes it easy to apply on the run. So they do include a brush, and this is what this palette looks like. In my opinion, I had used, I believe, 2 or 3 shades, never used any of the other shades, never did a swatch. I will do a video for you guys for this as well, for a live swatch after the Vice Face Candy one as well. So I'll do 3 videos tonight, it looks like. But it is super cute packaging. The palette itself, I absolutely love. I do like this a lot. I do have a lot of neutrals in a lot of different palettes. I will tell you that much. I have never used the brush, as you can see, and I will show you what this brush says. It does say Naked Ultimate Basics. It's super, super small because the palette itself is small. Let me put this to the side here. And this does have a mirror. It's a really nice size mirror. And these are your colors. So I do like that they mixed it up a little bit with your neutrals. Now I did use, let me see, I know I used this 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think I used 4 shades. So they do have the names, and they're called Blow, Nudie, Commando, Tempted, Instinct, Lethal, Pre-Game, Extra Bitter, Faith, Lockout, Magnet, and Blackjack. So I used this color, which is Blow. And I used this color, which is Nude. And then I did try to use Instinct, which is this one, so it looks like a purple. And I also used Extra Bitter, right? Yeah, Extra Bitter, which is kind of like an orangey red color. All the other colors, I'm just trying to look very closely to see. I might have used Pre-Game, which is this one right here. But all of the other colors I did not touch, and I can tell just by looking at them because of the type of imprint that they leave. It's kind of like a crisscross on the palette itself. So I don't think I dipped into Lethal, but it kind of looks like I did. No, I didn't. It's just the lighting in here. I have all 4 lights on. So here is an up-close version of these colors. Now, if you have it, please let me know and comment below whether or not you like it, you love it, you hate it, or you have absolutely no interest in this whatsoever. But I will do a swatch for you guys after the Vice one, which is all the 9 shades of purple. So I will do a video for you guys after that. So stay tuned for editing and a video for this. But just didn't do anything for me. The colors did not show up very well on my skin, even being neutrals. And some of these colors were semi-dark, so just didn't work. Didn't even want to bother trying any of the other ones. I thought this was a piece of shit and I thought it was crap. But I really wanted to try it. Glad I won it. but I will probably never ever use this palette. So you will see the swatches, and that's probably the only time I will ever use this palette. So I will set that aside so I know to do a second video. Now this is the last shade that I'm going to do for you guys, eyeshadow wise, and then I'll get into some of the other ones that I have, do not like, and why. So this is a ColourPop Supernova Shadow. So it is a glitter, as you guys can see. This is how big it is. So it's not that big. Similar to Kylie Cosmetics and her glitter eyeshadows as far as size goes. But this is the color. Let me dip into it. I did use this once. Used it once, never again. This color is called Hard to Impress, and Impress is spelled E-M-P-R-E-S-S. The one thing I don't like about ColourPop is, one, eventually this ColourPop and Supernova Shadow, eventually, and all these little stars, eventually will scrape off. So you don't even know what it is, where it came from, except the bottom has a sticker and it does state Hard to Impress with a number on the bottom. But to me, there was I had to use this so much. It is, and if you get it anywhere near your waterline, or not your waterline, your eyelashes and whatnot, it stings like a motherfucker. So again, pardon my French, but I'm not a fan. The color is super, super pretty. Do not get me wrong, but you have to layer this on so thick in order for it to stay, and it takes forever for it to dry before you can do anything else with this. So I would probably put this on first and then let it dry before you even try and, even if you had to fake a crease, or if you wanted to add any other type of color or do a transition. You might want to do your transition first and then put this on to let it dry, put your eyeliner on, yada yada. But again, not something I would recommend, not something I would buy ever again from ColourPop. So that's all for the eyeshadows. We'll go ahead and how about we jump into, let's jump into some other eye products. So some other eye products that I have that I want to discuss. So I want to discuss Anastasia Beverly Hills and her concealer. So I did buy this at Marshall's for only $6.99. $6.99. And this is the concealer, and they do have different shades. The shade color that I ended up getting, does it say on here? It might not, it might have to say on here. So I got number 4, and I thought this might be a good color because 1, 2, and 3 were way too light, and I do like the fact, and you can see that I tapped it out on here first before using, but I do like that it has this cute little cover that just kind of slips right in and doesn't snap or anything, but it stays and it keeps it fresh from drying out. So that's great. So this is what the color itself looks like. Again, this is number 4. It is still a bit too dark, but 3 was way too light for me. I will say that this just smears all over the place. It's not, to me, it's not a good concealer. And it might be, if I bought 3 and 4 and mixed them together, it might work out okay for me, but it was too dark to start with, and it really did not cover and conceal anything compared to L'Oreal, compared to ColourPop as well. So that's my take on the Anastasia one. Now some of you guys might be like, oh my god, I actually really, really love that product. You just got it in the wrong color, girlfriend. So that is very possible. It is possible I might give it a second chance and try the 3 and see, since it was so cheap. It was only $7. That's really cheap for me for a concealer. But that is just something I will never ever use again, and would not recommend at this time, but I can do a follow-up if you guys want. Comment below if you want me to try the 3 and see my thoughts on that, because I always try and cover up this piece right here, which is from glasses, you know, the nose buds from my glasses, but I always put concealer underneath here for my dark circles, as well as I put some here because I have a little bit of slight bumps and acne there, and on where I get red under my nose, right over on this side. I don't put anything on my chin, but those are the only areas that I put concealer on. Another product that is kind of like a concealer is the Becca Cosmetics, which can be pricey, but I really wanted to try this. So this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this is what it looks like. And I will open it up so you can see I didn't dab it on there, but this is the color, and this is in the medium to deep, because then the light was just way too light for my skin tone, and I always use a little bit darker foundation in the wintertime to add a little bit more color to my face. But if it's too dark of a foundation, I do lighten it up with a lighter foundation. So I did try this. You do not need a lot, I am telling you guys. If you guys have dark circles, I do have a little bit of dark circles here, and sometimes I do get them under here, depends how much sleep I get. I usually only get about 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe if I'm lucky, 2 to 3. But I have a really bad insomnia. So you just literally need to tap your finger once or twice and just tap it and kind of blend it in on both sides. It does work mediocre, I would probably say. For the price, which I think this was $32, you do get a lot of product because you don't need to use a lot. But I'd like to use this or have somebody use this if they need medium to dark, medium to deep rather, and they have really dark circles, to see if there is a difference or not. Yeah, you can look online, but you know what? Photoshop or whatever people use these days, and any other software that people use is probably what they're using. Plus, you know, different type of light, different type of makeup. You have a professional makeup artist that are advertising on Becca's website through the videos that you can see how this works. They have another one, I forgot the name of it, but it's similar to this as well. I do use it from time to time if I have really dark circles under my eyes, but for the most part, I've probably used this thing 3 times, and I bought it from Sephora. So that's my take on that. Take my advice with a grain of salt if you would like. But with my experience, I just didn't see that it worked that great. Now, no, I don't have super, super dark circles under my eyes, but I do have dark circles. And I also am trying to fix, like, you see how this part of my eye kind of droops a little bit? I know there's a lot of other Asian Americans that have the same issue, and there's some things and some tips and tricks that you guys can do. I just haven't looked at any of the tutorials to see. And you know, it's really weird, but in Korea specifically, a lot of people like that look, and they actually play this look down, because I would trade these for theirs any day just to have normal. But okay, so the next 2 products are eyeliners that I am always looking for new eyeliner, and I did put this in a couple different videos. This is the Too Faced, and this is the Perfect Eyes waterproof eyeliner. It truly is waterproof, I will tell you that. And this is what the product looks like. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see it says Too Faced. Now, it has 2 ends. One end, which needs to be sharpened, is the actual eyeliner. And the other end is just a rubber piece where you can kind of smudge it. My problem with this, and I have 2 of these because I received this in the Too Faced mystery bag back on Black Friday / Cyber Monday. And the problem I have with this is it is super, 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 super soft. It is a gel-like consistency as far as the actual eyeliner goes. And if you do not have a light hand, this shit goes all over the place and smears. You can sharpen every single time, but you have to have a super light hand in order to use this. I would not suggest using this for any type of a winged liner, because you'll be using Q-tips all day long just to get it to look right. And you can see I did not do a wing today at all. I was like, fuck it, just gonna do more natural with like and I used Too Faced today in the peanut butter. peanut butter palettes. So I would not recommend this eyeliner unless you have a great precision in your hand and have complete control and have worked with these types of eyeliners that are more gel-like. Maybe gel isn't the right word, but it's super, super soft. So you end up, even on one eye, you'll have to sharpen for the second one because that's how fast this product goes on your eye. And you have to be very, very light-handed and super careful when you're using this. So will I use this again? Yeah, maybe just because it's there, but would I recommend it? No. Not unless you have a super light hand and you have had plenty of experience with that type of pencil. The other product I purchased, it's a Marc Jacobs eyeliner. Marc Jacobs. Now, I thought I would really like this because I did test this in Sephora on my hand and it felt great. So I will show you what it looks like up close. That's what it looks like up close and personal. And the only problem I have with this is it dries really quick, but it has, as you can hear, it has like a ball inside in order to activate that black eyeliner for it to work. And it's a pain to keep doing this left and right. And I don't want to do that. I don't like eyeliners where they have the balls in them and you have to like constantly shake it up in order to get the activation of the black eyeliner to bleed onto the actual felt tip. So as you guys can see. So that is one of my problems that I do not like about this. Other than that, if it wasn't that way, I would totally recommend it. It is expensive. I think it was $32 for this or $30 for this. It was not 20. It was 30 because if it was 20, I would have been like, no big deal. But it is pricey. Marc Jacobs products, as we all know, are a bit pricey. Hold on, I need a drink. So I would say if you have the $30, $32, whatever it is, to purchase it, go for it, try it out, see if you like it. But I do not use this anymore. It just kind of sits in my makeup bag. Okay, so we're done with the eye stuff. Now, I do want to go into a contour that I do not like. And you guys might be shocked. Now, one of them is not in here because I actually did it as a giveaway because it was brand new. Never used it. Would probably never use it. It was probably more of a blush. So I bought the Trio. This is Fenty Beauty. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, she doesn't like Fenty Beauty? What the fuck is wrong with this chick? Now, there are some products with Fenty that I do enjoy, which love the highlighter, love Trophy Wife. I didn't buy the 30th anniversary or the 30th birthday Trophy Wife because of the same shit that I already had. And I have used Trophy Wife maybe 3 times, but I think only twice. There's a ton of fallout with that product. So you might need to use a setting spray first on your brush and then apply it. I know a lot of people use it as an eyeliner. Some people use it as an eyeshadow. So it's up to you. Some people I've seen even use it on their lips as a lipstick, or put on their regular lipstick and then maybe like a nude, and then pat a little bit of the Trophy Wife on their lips. So it's up to you how you want to use it. There are so many hacks with that highlighter. And I also have the Duo highlighter with Me Money and Hustler Baby, which I absolutely love Hustler Baby. So I do like that highlighter, but those are probably the only 2 Fenty Beauty products that I like. Not a fan of the primer's okay. Her foundation, not a fan because it has way too much silicone in it. If you actually look at the ingredients of the Fenty Beauty foundation, it has a ton of silicone in it, which it's normal for makeup to have silicone in it, but this has way too much, which causes me to have skin problems with my milia. And milia is basically, even with my cleansing routine twice a day, what happens is the dirt and these sebum and the oils get trapped underneath your skin, which leaves a bump or almost like a cyst-like bump on your face, and that's milia. So if you want to look up more milia, go ahead and either go to my blog, which I know I haven't updated lately because I've been too busy, but you can go to SocoBeautyBlogs.com and you can look up the skincare side, and I talk a lot about different types of skin issues that are out there, and milia is one of them. So this was the Matchstick Trio, which there were 3 and now there are 2. So I opened it up from the bottom. So one cool thing about her matchsticks are they do magnetic, they connect. So these 2 are her contour, and it's Bamboo and Mocha. And this is in the medium, which says 200. So I will show you what Mocha looks like. And I have used this, and I always turn it all the way up so you guys can see how much product. I have not used this a whole lot, as you can see. And I just found that it was not that easy to blend. With any of her Matchstick Trios, whether you're using the highlighter match sticks, or you're using the contours, you have to warm up your hands up first before you, and you can apply it, but then make sure your hands are warm before you kind of like blend it. If you blend it with a brush, a little bit stiffer brush, it might work a little bit better. But for me, I don't want to work that hard for my makeup. I want to glam and go. And this one is Bamboo, and you'll be able to see the color change slightly because I did mix it with the Mocha. So this is what you get, how much you get, and you can see the color slightly there. But I wasn't a fan of these, have not used these. I tried these twice, just wasn't for me. So not a fan of the Fenty Beauty contours or the highlighters. Just working too hard to get my highlight and my contour working. So I will probably never ever use these and touch these again. So the other product that I wanted to discuss, now I know a lot of you guys are huge fans of Real Techniques. Now, Real Techniques has great beauty blenders, do not get me wrong, because I do use them. And I use even non-brand ones, and they work just as well. Now, I do want to tell you guys to make sure you are washing these and your brushes every single day. If you don't, you might have some skincare issues later on. And I do want to let you know about this one little thing that I bought, this cleansing thing that I bought. So it's kind of cute, looks like this, and it has a back. Slide your hand in, that way you can use your brush to brush off the residue from your makeup, from your eyeshadow or eyeliner, whatever you use, your brow, whatever. And yeah, I know I did my brows a little bit too dark today, but that's okay. So this is the bottle that you get when you buy it, and I believe it was like almost 20 bucks or something like that. And you do get samples of the gel, the brush cleansing gel too. I got 3, and I only used 1. I have not even used this itself. It's completely full. But what you're supposed to do is, based on the back, it says use weekly, but I'm sorry, I wash my brushes every single day. I wash my beauty blender every single day because I don't want residue sitting there. I don't want bacteria to start growing. So if you don't wash your brushes every single day, that's up to you, but for me, I wash them every single day. So it says use weekly and squeeze a drop of gel onto palm or our brush cleansing palette, which this is the brush cleansing palette. And you can see the different types of grooves in here depending on the type of brush that you're cleaning. It says add warm water to your chosen surface and swirl the bristles into the gel and water. Rinse until clean. Careful not to immerse base of bristles. And then you reshape and dry flat or upside down. And you can see it in action on their website at realtechniques.com. It does have the ingredients as well. Now, when I did try and use this, and I used the packets first before I opened this bottle, and I don't even know if the bottle has a, yeah, see? It's brand new. Haven't even touched it. Maybe I'll do a giveaway for this and just throw this in somewhere. But I will tell you that when I did use the little tiny packets, they're like about this big, that thick, and then I would put it in like a plastic baggie, a Ziploc baggie, just to preserve it. You would put a couple drops in, put a little bit of warm water. Now you don't want to fill the whole entire thing, but even when I was brushing my brushes, it got dirty so fast that I felt like the dirt was still going to be collected onto my brush. So that's why I don't use this. There is a hack that I did just watch, which it's not really a hack to me because I've already continuously been using it. I will use a bar soap. I will take my Dove soap, which also has argan oil in it, and I will just wash my brush with it really good, make sure it's all over, soaked really well with soap, and then I'll wash it off and rinse it off until the soap is completely gone. I will dry it off, reshape it, and let it dry overnight and for the rest of the day. Sometimes I have time to do it in the morning, sometimes I just do it at night after my skincare routine and brush my teeth at night. So the other thing, need more water. The other thing is when I do it with my beauty blender, I will wet my beauty blender until it gets a little bit bigger, and then I will start scrubbing on the bottom part of my soap back and forth until there is absolutely no more foundation on it, and it cleans it very, very well. So just so you guys know, that's what I do. Did not like this Real Techniques brush cleansing thingamajig. Okay, now the last few products I have, 6 more products to discuss. And they're all highlighters. So, and this is my makeup from today. I have not touched up at all. I am a little oily in some spots, but whatever, I don't give a fuck. So let's see, the first 2 I want to discuss, and I've already done a video on this as well. So hopefully you guys watched it. But I did, I don't like these at all. So these are the Incredible You Glow Girl in Cosmic Blur and Show Glow. So as you guys know, this is more of this color here, which is Cosmic Blur, is more of a glitter on your face. It is not really a highlight, even though it tells you that it's on their website, well, on Sephora's website, they tell you that it's a highlight. They're giving you a little fib there, girlfriends. It's definitely, as you guys saw my video, hopefully you watched it, it definitely is a straight up glitter. I mean, you can see that right inside. And yeah, there's tape just to keep the plastic foil down, because I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I'm probably going to toss them out. So not a fan of these. And even when I did do a swatch on this, again, it's literally just straight glitter, and it says iridescent jelly. Yes, it has jelly consistency, but it is not a highlighter at all. They need to remove the highlight word, period. So not a fan of those. Now the other ones, excuse me, the other ones that I did a review on as well are more ColourPop. So ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighters. These guys. Do you guys remember these? Not a fan of these. These just fall out everywhere, glitter everywhere. They are kind of like a spongy consistency, and these are in the color of Felicity and Spellbound. And this is more pink and purpley tone. This one wasn't too bad. It's possible I could work out something with this one, but probably not. Probably will never use these ever again. So I do have so much makeup that just sits there and eventually will be tossed, because who's gonna want used makeup? Not many. So these products will just sit until I decide to throw it out, or maybe I'll throw it out this weekend, don't know yet. Another product that I wanted to go over with you, let's go with NYX. So we all know how NYX has a Born to Glow, and this is a liquid illuminator. Some people call it a highlighter. I would not. They have multiple colors, I think 4 colors in all. Super cheap, they're like $7, $8 with tax. And I wanted the pink one because I thought on my hand it looked great. On the face, not so much. You can barely see any type of illumination slash highlight. You can use this and then put like a powder highlight and it will look really, really nice. I did do a little bit too much today. But today my highlight, I ended up using the Diamond Dust, Diamond whatever from Too Faced. So that gives me that poppin' highlight, just so you guys know, because I know somebody's gonna ask what highlight I'm wearing today. But in my opinion, for the price, sure, it's worth it. You get what you pay for, $7, $7.50 or whatever it is. Now it says, highlight your beauty lightweight liquid illuminator that gives skin a refreshed glow and beautiful highlight. Wear alone or pair with makeup to instantly highlight and enhance wherever it is applied. Okay, girlfriends, boyfriends, let me tell you, I put this on my finger and I just dab it and then I try and blend it in just with my fingers, not a brush. And you can barely see any type of highlight illumination unless I'm in direct sunlight. So it's great if you want a very, very light, and I mean super light highlight illumination on your cheekbones. But if you want something that's a bit more bright and blinding, like Too Faced, or if you want something that's a little bit lighter, but still you get that nice glow, like ABHM Resi, you know, those are the ones you want to go with. But I always like to try different products. This is one I've been wanting to try for quite some time. Also, when I first got this, I had to return one. I bought it online at Ulta, and there was literally maybe that much product in it, like that much product. After. And even in this one, when you look at it, like with the air, like I'm squeezing this, right? Because I don't want to squeeze too much out. Like you get that much. Hold on. So I'm squeezing all the way. Whoop, and that's the color that you get. So I'll actually demonstrate what this looks like. So that's what the color looks like. And let me just dab this on. And like I said, it is very light. And I just pat this on my whole wrist for you. So, I mean, you can kind of see it, but it is so light that, I mean, it looks more of like a, a very light shimmer, very light glitter on your face, and that's what's left over. So I don't know if I have leftover. There we go. Another water. And excuse me. So the last highlight slash illuminator that I want to show you is from Algenus. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But this is what I bought. And this was from Marshall's as well. It was $10, $9.99. Sometime Marshall's, TJ Maxx. Who's the other one? There's another one out there. Forgot. But I feel like I'm losing my voice. But I wanted to try this. It's concentrated luminizing drops. And this is in the color Pearl. And it's a highlight. It says highlight. Silver pigments and ultra fine luminous pearls highlight targeted areas. Correct. Alga correcting complex to color correct and treat uneven skin tone. Anti-age. Pennant alguronic acid visibly reduce the signs of aging. Directions for use. So you want to shake this very well and apply and blend under or over makeup for instant radiance. Use only as directed. And I will show you what this looks like. It's cute packaging. And it says this lightweight serum highlighter captures and diffuses light for a soft focus, illuminated radiance. Alga correcting complex color corrects and treats uneven skin tone, while ultra fine luminous pearls impart a subtle radiant glow. And it tells you the same thing, to shake well. So this is what it looks like. Super cute bottle. Woo. But you do have to shake it up really, really good. And then, I didn't shake it up that good. But this is what it looks like. And I probably could put a little bit on. So I just dabbed very, very little on my wrist, even though that's not the best place, but let me put this box back. So that's what the color looks like. And then we'll go ahead and tap this in. Now you can barely see, I didn't even tap that much, but I mean you can rub it in. What I would probably suggest doing, which I've seen a lot of people do, is you can, and some people like to mix their foundations if it's too dark. So if you have a too dark a foundation and a lighter foundation, you can put it on your hand, and then you can it'll just mix together because you just put it all together. And then you can take this and take a couple drops, tap your beauty blender or your kabuki brush or whatever brush that you use to put your foundation on, and maybe that might help, but that will give you an all over luminizing color with this. Now I have not tried that, but maybe I will tomorrow and see how that looks. But overall, wasn't a fan. $10, super cheap. That's nothing to me. So it was great to try it out and see exactly whether or not this might work as a liquid highlighter. But to me, didn't do anything that I kind of really was hoping and expecting for. So those are the products that I own currently that I do not like, and I did go through my stuff. I didn't obviously look in the box that of all my giveaways, because those are special giveaways that for you guys, and obviously I like them because I want to give them to you, not because I don't like, well, some of them I don't like because I know I won't ever use them, or it's not in my shade or my color. So I have medium skin tone. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was not very quick and it was a tad bit long, but I wanted to show you some of the products that I have I do not like and will probably throw away eventually. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I do appreciate that. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop a line below, or if there's something you would like to see in my future videos, let me know. But the next video, stay tuned, because I'm going to do the Vice by Hey Hush / Face Candy, the 9 purple shadows, and then we'll be done with that video. And I'll just give you guys live swatches, won't take too long, or shouldn't take too long. And then I'll do the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basic swatches, and those are 12 shades, I believe it said. So again, thank you guys for your support, and thanks for watching, and I will see you back here in just a few minutes.